What's going on, YouTube? Sacramento Gang Archives here, and today we're here to talk about SUBTAE, and he's from Subgang, and he comes out of that Del Paso Heights North Area section.
Subgang or no gang, nigga?
Ladiano.
Look, I was town beefing with niggas, but I'm not. Broke niggas, they can't even afford them a Glock.
Now, in the later years of his death, SUBTAE was known as this raunchy gangsta rapper, but his background and his history match his lyrics and his lifestyle before he died. His background is quite interesting, guys.
First of all, nigga back. You niggas counted me out. Pussy surrounded me now.
This right here is a very high-ranking member out of Del Paso Heights, and his name is Ty, and he is the one who created Stand Up Boy, and that is what SUBTAE lived and died by. Well, we all know that Trippa is one of SUBTAE's little brothers, but on the right is SUBTAE's mother, and she has a son, which is in the middle by Ty, and his name is Subgang Duna. Well, my point in saying all this is that Ty is the reason why people think that SUBTAE is from the Heights. In fact, people always try and combat, this fact that I always state, but SUBTAE is from the east side of Sacramento, guys.
Cause that pistol, I be packing, nigga.
My shooters, they shoot shit, they cold-hearted and ruthless. These rounds, you was supposed to be my brody, but you shot me down. But I ain't tripping off shit, you finna eat these rounds. You was supposed to be my brody, but you shot me down. But I ain't tripping off shit, you finna eat these rounds, nigga.
Now, I don't know what got into Subgang and SUBTAE specifically, but it seems like all they wanted to do was fucking coon and gangbang, guys. They glorified the fuck out of that whole entire lifestyle, and it seems like as soon as that whole Chief Keef Chicago shit came out, that's fucking their green light to go and start cooning on fucking camera with their music videos. That's when he began to rap.
I've been with this shit. Stand up for the mob. I give a fuck about a bitch. I'ma do it for the squad. Throw it up and bang my set.
Now, Subgang started creating little bullshit funk with the little hatchlings called OTB in North Highlands. And also, they were beefing with Jaleese's little brother, Cuckoo Fab, and his gang, Blitz. That's why in all of SUBTAE's songs, his old ones, you can hear him dissing Damo and dissing all of the Blitz members. And the reason why they were in the Heights, Subgang that it is, because they clicked up with a small gang out of Highlands called Trap Team. And one of the main members from Trap Team, named Trap Team Tax, he got killed all the way in Houston because he had robbed some of the wrong motherfuckers, and they caught him lacking at the gas station. And in fact, his pregnant girlfriend got shot too, but she lived. She got shot all in the fucking face, but he died. Now, the main members of Subgang are Subgang Ralphie, Trippa, his brother SUBTAE, and Subgang B&E. But it's some misconceptions about how much these motherfucking hatchlings are with the shits. The only one who really has a body is Subgang Ralphie. Pretty much, B&E and Ralphie are the only ones that I have heard that are really with the shits. B&E has no confirmed bodies, but it's just rumors. But Ralphie is in jail for murder, and he beat the murder and got manslaughter. He was by himself and was walking and seen Ugg Mac and his baby mom and some other lady who had a baby from someone from the Manors. And when Ugg Mac came out the store, he waited on them to drive close towards him and shot the car the fuck up. Ralphie shot the driver in the head with a 4.5 and they crashed the car. Ugg Mac shot back, but he ended up snitching, him and his baby mom. But I don't know how he did not go to jail for shooting back. Maybe self-defense, but the lady who died, her mom blamed it on Ugg Mac killing her from shooting back. She felt like it was friendly fire, but Ralphie shot that girl flesh in her fucking forehead. But maybe that's how he got manslaughter. To be honest, guys, Subgang was an outsider gang, and they used to beef with some little-ass kids that went by the name of Blitz and OTB. And if I'm not mistaken, that's where the rumors of SUBTAE snitching came from. And keyword, rumors, guys. Apparently, he had dry snitched, and when the OTB members had shot at him or them, he dry snitched to the police and said, yes, it was some OTB members who shot at me. If I'm not mistaken, guys, that's where the whole entire rumor of SUBTAE snitching came from.
Oh,
slip, nigga.
This, obviously, is Ugg Mac, and let's be honest, guys, I'm gonna get straight to the point. Ugg Mac was breaking SUBTAE the fuck off at least 2 times, guys, and the only person that was into getting their get back was Ralphie and B&E. That's why Ralphie had caught that body. And this video is right after they had got paid for doing that drill at the SIBO and Live SD video shoot. And they shot the video in Dos Rios. This apartment complex projects have since gotten torn down, but this is the same area where SUBTAE was driving and Ugg Mac seen him and broke him the fuck off. His little brother, Duna, is the main reason why that little girl got killed at the park, at Mama Mott's park, and she was only 7 years old or 8 years old. But he didn't get with the shits until after SUBTAE died, and he is right now in prison in that Gulag gang. Fine. Now, here's where this story takes a turn. Aside from the coonery, SUBTAE was into other stuff. SUBTAE was locked in, guys, and a lot of the young fucking hatchlings like to call him Big Bro. And it was him and another person that all they did was crash all their little homies. And one thing they used to send them to do is pharmacy licks and robberies. This right here, his name is Little 4, and his ass got crashed. BTA Mari was another young coon that was getting crashed by SUBTAE.
For help catching these men, as the 86-year-old woman remains hospitalized in critical condition. Grenade surveillance cameras capture the faces of 3 men accused of jumping the pharmacy counter and robbing the store of an undisclosed amount of opioids. The cameras then show what happened after the robbery, the sprint to the door where this 86-year-old woman stood unknowingly and was slammed to the ground.
We are all praying that she recovers.
Well, guys, that 86-year-old lady had passed away shortly after being in the hospital under critical condition. And this is facts, guys. Before Herminator, the producer, it was a producer by the name of Lefty. His son is the one who got 15 years to life for that situation. And SUBTAE is the one who crashed his young coon ass. Fine. Oh, and not to mention, guys, the famous John Gotti that passed away, that you guys hear about. He passed away robbing a store that SUBTAE sent him on, guys. And SUBTAE's culprit is this sloth-looking motherfucker right here. And his name is Trigger Tay from Trigger Bob. And his ass used to crash all his little homies also, right along with SUBTAE. And he even crashed one of his little homies and told them that he would meet them on the side of the freeway. And the little homies were getting chased or some shit, and he was supposed to meet them on the side of the freeway. His ass drove off, and when the person who was getting chased got to the freeway, Trigger Tay's black ass was gone, and that motherfucker went to prison. Gulag gang. Now, B&E's fat ass went to prison. And SUBTAE mainly was hanging with OTM JoJo and Trippa. And in fact, they had got the police behind them, and they ran from the police, and they all caught separate gun charges. And they were sitting in jail for quite some time, and eventually they went out. Or should I say, got out, I'm sorry. But before SUBTAE got out, he was in the cell with Stink. SUBTAE and Trigger Tay were crashing the fuck out of all of their trusted little homies. And they were taking the majority, if not all, of the profits. Guys, if you guys get a whole bottle of pills that are 720 count of them perks and sell them for $10 a piece, you do the math. And that is exactly why they had all those young coons doing what they were having them do. But here's the thing. SUBTAE and Trigger Tay were under some sort of investigation for doing all that shit, for being the ringleaders. So SUBTAE decided that he wanted to be a pimp. And guys, that right there is, in my opinion, his demise. Now, SUBTAE must have took some advice from Stink because he was a known pimp. And he was also scared of that federal investigation that he was under. So he decided to start pimping when he got out. He went to San Bernardino, of all places. And somewhere down the line of him being down there at the Gold Star Inn pimping, his whole bitch got into it with another one. And it was said that SUBTAE had pulled out his gun or some shit like that and said, go get your pimp. Allegedly, the pimp came back and shot SUBTAE in the head. And SUBTAE died either on the scene or at the hospital. But either way, he had no chance where he was shot at. The killer can be somewhere dead, in jail, or fucking somewhere watching my videos. Because that shit is completely unsolved. And I find that completely unfortunate. Because SUBTAE, I am not with the coon tunes and with the rap shit. But he honestly should have focused on just rap because he had a promising career, honestly, at that, right along with Briss. When SUBTAE passed away, Trippa disappeared and just gave up on music. And B&E's fat ass was in prison during all this shit. And in fact, his mother took some time for trying to take the charge for B&E, but it never worked. But yeah, B&E got out, and now he's just on the low, and he's just a father, honestly. Ralphie was in prison when SUBTAE passed, and like I said, he beat that murder and got manslaughter 12 years, and he may be getting out within the next 3 years.
They won't bust shit up, beat your load up and switch whips like it's nothing broke, nigga. Hell nah, you can't afford these. I ain't talking shoes, I'm talking guns when it's funky.
Guys, you live by the gun, and you are more than likely, if you are really in the streets, and SUBTAE was in the streets, then you will die by the gun, guys. Every single throwback picture or video that you guys see, SUBTAE is holding some old-ass gun or some goddamn long 30-clip having-ass Glock. The fuck? I do not mean any disrespect towards SUBTAE, but SUBTAE was living all the way wrong. But I guess that is what gangsters do. And in a sense, he went out like a gangster. But in all reality, guys, he had no kids, but he still had a whole entire life ahead of him. Sacramento Gang Archives here, and this is the video of SUBTAE/Subgang. And I will be remaking all of my old videos that were deleted with new and better information, guys. So stay tuned and tune into my Patreon because I have even more exclusive fucking content coming your way. Trust me, guys. I bet my whole entire identity on it. Fuck. And one more thing. I would like to send a special apology to Trigger Mob Bub and his niece because I was used for a Patreon video on bingo. And I was given some information to purposely make someone look like the bad guy. And honestly, guys, that is not what my platform is used for. So I would appreciate it if you guys want to help on videos. Do not send any info that's biased. SGA, I'm out.